you don't forget who you are in this situation. You have to know who you are, but at the same time you have to be truly open. But, actually like have a conversation with that place or those people or that culture. Where there is a structure, and for me, the structure here was I started with the first photograph and the last one, and I said, and what would it be to like link from the first to the last, but actually have even the first and the last connect, and it be a loop. But how does the following image connect? I think the process of how this video was made, and the process, I think, of how I'm participating in this residency, I feel share similarities. The idea is that, okay, you know the structure, so then within that, what will you make? How will it look? So it's both, it's nice, it's freeing in a sense, even though it feels like it has a structure and a looseness to it, She was a woman and a feminist and a sort of early pioneer explorer. I think in a way that she didn't mean to be, but she did become, in this case, in the case of the book that we sort of reference on this residency. I guess we needed a conceptual hook that if you're going to travel as an artist, observing, noticing, meeting people, and you're going to respond to it in some way, then maybe this would be a nice reference to have, like someone almost to talk to across time and space, We started in Falkenberg, which is a coastal, I think, holiday town, and we went at a point when it's quietened down, all the tourists have left, so then we enter and we're at this hotel, and I think I spent like 3 days looking at the horizon line of the water, which is so beautiful, and just noticing the colors, and it was a very nice way to sort of start. A night sky caught me by surprise when I was about 12, riding up with an assortment of family, aunts, cousins, siblings, to Manali in India. There was an inordinate amount of us, I dare say about 10, packed into a Hindustan ambassador. Google it. That car can fit a universe. It fit mine. Like, I've always been interested in like the structure of language and how meaning is made from things that are placed next to each other, or repetition, or the very like nature of how we write and how therefore it informs how we think, and maybe how we see the world. So really, like I make drawings, I make collages, I take photographs, I write, and all of these elements together sometimes speak to each other in a room, and you might have like someone asked it, like the audience or the viewer will enter the room, and these elements come together as a whole in an experience. That's for when I do more installation-based work. This was a big show I did in Delhi. In a sense, both referring to the economics and the sort of widening gap in Indian society between the very, very wealthy and the extremely poor, and also talking to this idea of like, where does our food come from, who is growing it, and how our what is the state of farmers in the country right now. You are engaged in a system that you know that you are participating in it with the intention of also changing it. And it could be the simplest thing, even if it's extremely personal or extremely political or extremely social, that what you do somehow changes others and yourself in the process, or brings to light certain things that may go unobserved or unthought of. It's also what has really stood out, and this wasn't something that I had even considered, even though I was reading Mary Wollstonecraft before coming here, is basically how visible women are, and how strong and present they feel. And somehow my entire 2 weeks, and I don't know because this is my lens suddenly, but everything I look at or people I meet, or I feel like it's guided by female energy. There's some strong women energy here, and I like that.